Alright, welcome back to I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World and Become Unraveled in the Real World 2 Anime Review, Episode number 3. Though it's only half the title here because basically YouTube doesn't allow the full title here for the thing, but in the description basically able to do no problem. So, this one I'm covering episodes 6 and 7 for the show. So, and by the way, I should also mention though, basically, before I can talk about the episodes, because I've read the manga and I'm currently reading the light novels. So, the first 3 episodes I covered in the first episode of the series, that was all book 1. Book 2 is basically where I'm right now for episodes 4 through 8, which 8 is the next episode. 9 through 11 is basically book 3, and the last 2 episodes, I'd say mostly adapt book number 4. Yeah, 4 books. Well, I'm not sure if they adapt the whole thing per se, but my guess is it may adapt like halfway through book 4. But so, what happens in this episode? So, Yuta basically gets his hands on a sage book, where pretty much basically like he learns basically more magic, and he actually and this comes to play later on in episode 6. After studying for a bit, and then he goes back home because he goes back to school. Like, oh, there's a school trip coming up, an off-campus school trip. Basically a field trip for a weekend, but he has no bags basically to go with. He has some clothing, but he has no bags. So you just have Kari, let's see, I know it's Kari, I know that. Yeah, it is Kari, Kaede, plus a couple of their friends. So they all go to the mall to go shopping. And they find Yuta bag, no problem, and figured, why not here? Why not go to the arcade? So he uses his special ability to get all the special items, like Kari gave her a pen, he gives the glasses guy basically this figure of this magical girl. And what does Kaede get? A cat. A stuffed cat. Yep. A stuffed cat. Yep. Kaori gets basically pinned, but after all this, basically the girls go to the 13th floor to do some more shopping, while the guys basically go to the tea cafe. Of course, he and the other guy have coffee. The other one's got melon soda. They chat for a bit, and all of a sudden, oh crap. By the way, there's a bit of this basically where the arcade machine, apparently one of the cords got ripped open. I don't know if it was by Yuta himself. I don't think he was responsible for it, but it caused a fire. And Kari and the girls are still on the 3rd floor. So, yeah. So it was Kari. It was Kari, Kaede, I think it was like one other girl that was with them. Because remember, it was 3 girls. Oh, I think I remember now. It was, Rin. Yeah, Rin. I think it was Rin. So basically, Yuta basically asks like, "What when the girls start to floor? We have to get everyone out first." So then he proceeds to race up the stairs thanks to his magic ability. No one knows Becky uses magic, and covers himself in water magic, and then blasts his way through fire. Picks up the girls. He does notice Kaede. Her cat pin falls off, the one he held basically for her. So you see him look at it, and then, well, then you're like, okay, we need to get off the floor. We're trapped. So they proceed to use Bill to basically blast his way through 10 floors and live. And, of course, Kaede's father comes by, thanks Yuta for saving his daughter. He gets a yearful from the fire chief, basically, for risking his life like that. But, yeah, the girls are fine. And then afterwards, he goes back to the fantasy world for a little while. And he saves a girl, yes, a girl who, by show me 6, were basically also this talking rabbit. Yes, that pesky rabbit. Yes. And it's all about, it's basically about, well, the product kicks. Yeah. Yeah, because he likes kicking. So, and then he meets basically the girl next episode. Of course, he doesn't know anything about her. Then he saves her from monsters. And, well, you see all this wire basically about, and she's killing monsters that way. Obviously, she's an assassin. She doesn't say she's an assassin, but clearly she is. They are confirmed the assassin. Of course, they train for a while. And then, of course, basically, we need a bath. So basically, someone's a bath. And, of course, him being a complete gentleman has his back to her. At one point, she sticks herself out where she's like, of course, she's naked. And, of course, basically, he's doing his best not to look at her chest, which, by the way, looks very small. Which, yes, the anime does a little bit censor it here, but look how they use the steam basically to censor it, which, good on basically the anime for doing that. Unlike, let's say, another anime I've watched, To Love Ru, who have the most stupidest censors I've ever seen. Like, they even censor groping. Yes, groping with this blinding light for no reason. Now, normally you would use this to censor nudity, not groping. So, then of course, after they train for a while, and then of course she joins in the bath. At one point, her towel drops. He almost kind of sees her completely naked, but I think he just looks at her belly. Does not like her chest or her below the belt area. But basically, she watches back, and then of course he goes on the trip too. And by the way, he's on a team with Kaede. Yeah, it's with Kaede, Kari, and a couple of the guys from school. With Riga's basically on a different team. It's basically Shingo. Yeah, he was the guy with them. Not Yukai. Let's see. No. Yeah. So there's also a guy who thinks I was the young noble, even though he's like lying. So, by the way, they're basically, the whole thing is run by their hot teacher, Ren. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, Ray, yeah. Yeah, so then of course basically Yuta and Kaede go to get fish while they go look for like other stuff, and they have them basically get a bunch of fish. Like, let's play with 4 people, and he goes back, and then the episode properly ends with Lexia going to see Yuta. Because I know this because I read the manga, and I'm also reading the light novels. Yeah, she goes visit his house because she knows where it is now. But overall, great episodes. Love this stuff. And I have 6 more to go. Yes, I'm effectively like halfway to the show now, which is awesome. And from what I read, there is going to be an anime special coming. Don't know when, but it's coming. They confirmed that actually just past March that it's going to be anime special. So I don't think, now I know that book 4 gets adapted for the last couple episodes, but I don't think they adapt the whole thing. Given the title of the last episode that aired, my guess is they only adapt maybe half of this book. That's my guess, and probably save the rest of it for the special, and maybe along book 5 as well. That is just a possibility. I don't have any confirmation about that, but because of course basically I get to a point where I'm guessing that's probably where they're going to adapt. Right, get to? Yes. Yeah, but otherwise though, like I said, great episodes. So that's pretty much it for the particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. I will see you all later for more of the show. Okay, next video. Bye.